I'll give you guys a few minutes till you all jump on. I want to say hello. It's Monday night. That means it's YouTube Live. I also stream it from Facebook, so you can join me here on Facebook, or you can join me on my YouTube channel, which if you join me through my YouTube channel, then I will interact with you directly because I will be able to see your questions quite clearly. So just wait for you guys to jump on. I didn't really make that many announcements today that this was happening. So I forgot. Had a busy day, which is crazy. I feel like I'm busier now. Hey, Kathy, I see you joining in over there. Hey, Lynn. Hey, Alice. I can actually read those names. I'm actually feeling busier, but I'll give a minute. Let me see. Is anybody here on YouTube yet? I don't see anybody. Hey, Annie. Yes, people are there. When you're tuning in on YouTube or Facebook, let me know if this is your first time ever joining and where you're watching from. So I like to see where all around the country we're all from, especially now because these are crazy times. These are crazy times. Anyone squirrely? Anyone feeling a little squirrely right now? It's Monday night. And now we're like, oh, shit, this is really happening. This is really happening. So let me see. Oh, there's everybody popping in here on YouTube. It took a while. Hello, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. I hope we can all vibrate and resonate at the same level, chit chat for a little bit. Monday night, 8:30 is always my YouTube nights. I kind of changed the background. Can you guys on those of you tuning in from YouTube, can you tell me if the background looks blue to you? This is going to be like one of those, like that dress. Remember that dress that was like gold and white, but you could also see it as like black and blue or something? I'm curious as to what the background is because I changed the background and it technically should look green, but to me it looks blue. So I'm a little confused. So tell me what you see behind me. If you're watching on YouTube, if you're watching on Facebook, I know that you see green behind me, big, ugly, gross green sheet. That's what it looks like behind me if you're watching from Facebook, which is another reason why you should try to see the view from YouTube. A lot of times people are telling me like, well, I don't want to subscribe to YouTube. Just subscribe to YouTube, okay? Subscribe to my channel. That helps me. I don't know how it helps me, to be honest. I have subscribers. I want more. I don't know. Call me shallow. I want more subscribers. Yeah, it's blue. All right, good. Well, I'm happy to. I don't know why that's happening. Because it should look green, but it looks blue. But I'm going with it. It's fine. Whatever. It's what's supposed to be is what's supposed to be. All right, good. So it's not like the dress. It's blue. It's definitely blue behind me. Perfect. How's everyone doing? No, yeah, Dana's saying she has no idea what it is anymore. Oh, hello, Michael. How are you? Oh my God, I love seeing. Hey, Kim. Oh, Kim is so over this shit. She said, like, I didn't pay to get on this ride. I know. I know. Woo! These are, I feel like the word of the day for me feels like it's squirrely. I feel like squirrely. I'm going to admit something though. I'm not disliking this. I am naturally an introverted, social distancing human being in my normal life. People don't believe me on that. I am extroverted at my work because I know what I'm talking about or I'm passionate about what I'm talking about. So I like, and I'm very vibrant, and that's not fake. That's totally real. You guys know me. There's no fucking fake right here at all. But I'm vibrant. I like to talk to people. I want to talk about everything, anything, whatever at work. But at home, I'm like, okay, I'm good with not talking. I'm good with reading. I'm good with doing yoga in my room by myself. I'm good with finding a corner of the house. I'm good with now playing with the dogs. I'm happy. I'm not social. Ask all of my friends. Like, they're like, hey, want to go out? And I'm like, oh, no, never want to go out. I don't enjoy going out. I never enjoyed going out. There was a time in my life where I thought I should enjoy going out. So I tried it and I don't like it. I'm a homebody. I adore our home. I love every nook and cranny of it. And so I like being here. I love being here to a degree that is probably unhealthy before coronavirus. So I'm not feeling this any differently. What I am doing is I have been more productive than I think I've ever been in my whole life. I can't stop. And I don't know, I don't feel nervous at all. I don't feel cooped in. I feel upset for our healthcare workers. I feel upset for people who are in ICU alone. I feel upset for children who don't have school and if school's their safe place. I feel upset for those children. I feel upset for people who are living in homes that are cold or not enough food or just discord. I feel upset about those things. The rest of it is helping me get shit done like never before. Like I have a list and there's nothing on that list that's not getting crossed off by the time this is over. So I want to ask you, how are you dealing with it? Because I found something interesting. Michelle, my assistant, who is like literally God's gift to me, she is naturally productive 24/7. That woman wakes up at like 2 a.m. and she doesn't stop achieving goals. And she has 90,000 jobs. And if she can like squeeze another one in, I always tease her, like if she could squeeze a job in between like 9 and 10 a.m., she would. And she's constantly productive. Like I thought I was a go-getter. No. Michelle puts everyone on the planet to shame. But she, during this time, is finding herself needing to hunker down, watch more TV. She needs to kind of relax and retreat. And she does not relax and retreat. She is not a homebody. She's constantly out. So I found that interesting that we flip-flopped. Totally. So my question to all of you is what do you need to do? Are you normally kind of lackadaisical and you've been getting a lot done? Because that's me. Or are you normally so productive and right now you need to just kind of rest? Because wherever you're at is what you're supposed to be doing. So if I talk a lot about getting stuff done or people, I know everyone's talking about purging, a lot of people are. And if you're the person like you, Jennifer, if you're the person who's like, no, I can't, I'm paralyzed for the first time, good. Let yourself be paralyzed. Please don't let like me talking about what I'm doing get you all stressed as if that's what you're supposed to be doing. I want to be very clear on that. Please, this is an opportunity. This time in our history of humanity is an opportunity for us as individuals to really take a damn good, honest look at what we need. What do we need to do? What are our coping mechanisms? Let's just pull it out and notice it. It's not time to tell ourselves how good we are, bad for snacking or good for eating healthy. We're not good for exercising more and we're not bad for not. You're not bad if you're not getting shit done and you're not good if you are. There's none of that. It's your time right now. And I want you guys to really seize the time right now to take a look at you and only fucking you, okay? And I know I have children too. I was a little upset today or tense because I know school and online and I didn't have that all my ducks in a row and I couldn't get the password to Schoology, which I fucking hate passwords. So I couldn't get on Parent Schoology, so that was frustrating me. And I just want like the homeschool thing, I just want to make sure I'm doing like bare minimum. Am I going to be sitting at a table teaching? No. Do I keep fantasizing as if I should? Yeah. Is that going to happen? Nope. I'm not doing it. But I am going to make sure they do whatever assignments they have. Okay. That's my limit. That's what I could do. So what is it that you are finding yourself? How are you responding to this? Are you retreating? Are you anxious? Are you like, oh my God, this has been so great for me. This has given me time. I want you guys, and every one of you is right. Every one of us, your response, your reaction, positive, it's not positive or negative, it's perfect. And that to me is one of the greatest spiritual lessons in this entire thing. So grab it, grasp it, see it, own it, love it. Even if you're like, oh my God, I'm shaking in a corner and rocking and I can't get to sleep. Love that part of yourself. Love your response to all of this so that you can learn something about yourself that you will take with you forward in the future when this is no longer our reality. And there will be a time where this is not our reality. I asked myself in the very beginning of this, I asked how long it would be intuitively. And I asked myself, how do you want to look at the other side of it? How do I want to come out of this? Because I know my life is going to go back to normal, whatever normal was. And I personally do not want to waste this time. Period. End of sentence. I don't want to waste this time. Me. This is my response to it. So you either resonate with that or you don't. And right now is not the time of going, oh, shoot, maybe I should think like Deborah is. No. If that's not resonating for you, what you should be doing right now is going, no, that is not my response to this. This is not what I need to do right now. Or if you're not sure, your answer is, I'm not sure how I need to respond to this. So hear me. When I'm talking about what I'm doing, that doesn't mean that everyone should be doing what Deborah's doing. I am literally just talking about personally myself. So I did not want to come out of this at some point in May and say, shit, I had so much time to organize things that have been bothering me, I wasted time and I didn't purge stuff that we could have. I didn't get our lawn done. I have all these things that I personally need to seize this opportunity because I want to look at this time in my small section of the world as an opportunity. So that's the way I'm doing this. I'm seeing a lot of you saying it's not helping your grief. You were distracting yourself by getting out, and even small errands help, so you're not enjoying it at all. On a spiritual level, what is so, I want to use the word cool, amazing might be a better word, is that in holistic medicine, every single one of our organs is associated with and processes different emotions. So, for example, the liver processes our anger. So typically that's why people there's that whole stereotype of the angry drunk. It's because alcohol affects the liver negatively, which then of course on a holistic level will affect the emotional domain of anger and how they're processing anger. So because that function of the liver is shut down, the anger is going to come out more because the liver can't process it. The lungs are the processor of grief. So I typically see people coming to me after they have experienced a death of a close loved one. And typically I see those people are getting bronchitis more often, are getting allergies, wheezing, pneumonia, a constant cough, a tickle in their throat. This is common. I've known this for 18 years now. And I marvel at it. I marvel at it's, people will come to me and they, I'm sorry, Deb, I can't have whatever, or they can't breathe, or they're taking deep breaths during the session. That's because the lungs are working overtime in grief. So now anytime we have something on the microcosm level or the individual level, your own personal grief, it is also mirrored on the macro level. So the collective. So what I find to be astounding is at this juncture in our history, we are collectively, not as a state, not as a country, but as a globe, we are collectively defunct in processing grief, the grief of humankind, of human history. We are now in 2020. We are now just realizing the monstrosities and atrocities and tragedies and horror that has been caused from the time we are probably around cave people, or right around the time when our brains evolved out of being cave people. Collectively, we are now catching up with all that grief, which is no shock that this illness absolutely attacks the lungs. So on a spiritual, holistic level, this is a great purging and a great time of healing. So it doesn't feel like it because all growth happens right after discomfort. It happens every time. We can't escape that. All order is created after chaos, because if you don't have chaos, there's nothing to put in order. And once you have order, things stay in order, and then they move back a little bit towards chaos, and then it has to go. This is the way the world works. This is the way nature works. This is how science works. Energy works, right? This is scientific. This is not like woo-woo stuff. So I want you all to understand that so that you can find some sort of relief in the now, that this is time of processing our collective humankind grief. And I find it to be amazing and telling about our time in human history that we, the ones occupying the planet at this time, were finally ready to look at it. For the first time in human history, as far as I know, we're able to, as a collective, look at our grief and process our grief and acknowledge our grief. But we don't know that that's happening if we don't know that's happening. So we're bringing all this up to the conscious. This is why the healers, and by healers, I'm talking about therapists, shamans, teachers, holistic people, people who have been deemed crazy in the past. That's why there's a huge rise in all of this. That consciousness is coming up and we're saying, all right, now do you guys believe it? The work that everyone has been doing to advance themselves and learn more and get deeper, this is a result of it. Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years past. So the Age of Enlightenment is probably the start of the collective shift that got us to us right now. And how cool is it that you are a human being occupying this planet at this particular time and place? Because if you weren't supposed to be here to deal with this, or if you couldn't handle this and rise up to that conscious level, you wouldn't be here. You wouldn't be here right now. So collectively, you're contributing to the higher consciousness and vibration of the planet and your own. So it's inside out and outside in. So back to the beginning is that's why it's so important to right now look at your needs, look at your grief, look at your losses, acknowledge them, heal them, soothe them, calm them, grieve them, get angry for them, whatever that process of grief is. This is the time. It's a huge, massive dredging. It's pulling it up. So loss now is in the air. I mean, it's in the air as far as humans passing. It's in the air of loss of graduations, loss of school time and time with friends and family, loss of weddings, loss of being able to attend funerals. There is a loss of jobs, loss of money, loss of income. And I don't say this to make you anxious. I'm saying this to recognize the loss that's up in the air. Of course, this is what's happening. It makes sense. On a holistic spiritual level, this makes perfect sense. And all the healers and the sages and the people who know this. So look at it not with fear, but look at it of like, okay, you're like a little soldier and there's someone somewhere is saying, you can do this. You can do this. We've chosen you at this moment. How are you going to do this? Are you going to show up and get real with your own stuff? Or are you going to hide and still try to box up your shit, your emotional grief and shit, and pretend it's not there? And if you do decide to pretend it's not there, that's what you're bringing and putting out into the collective consciousness again, which holds everything back. So we are forced to look at it right now. We are literally forced. It's a beautiful thing. It's a shitty thing. Nobody wants this. Nobody says, God, I can't wait for the shitstorm that's going to happen before my personal growth. Nobody says that. No one. I love personal growth. I love development. I love learning. I love evolution. And do you think I'm like, yes, bring it. Bring it. I'm ready to fight a fight. No, I'm like, oh, please just make it go quickly. Please make it go away. However, the question is, how are you coming forward? What truths are you learning about yourself, good, bad, and indifferent? And what do you want moving forward for yourself? That is the time this is for. And once you identify it for yourself, that clarity that you have is put out into the universe that collectively brings clarity to all of us. So again, how do you want to or need to respond to this situation? How? How are you showing up for yourself first? Then you go to your next level of people in your world. That's it. So I know that's a long diatribe. I haven't even looked at your comments yet. I want so badly for everyone to really, really take this opportunity to look inward. Turn off the fucking news. Please turn it the fuck off. I'm sorry. I'm cursing. And I'm sure YouTube is going to be pissed at me. Please, You need to bring the anxiety down. You need to then check in. You take the opportunity to check in, observe yourself, even if it's anxious, even if it's scared, even if it's angry, upset, whatever it is. This is the opportunity to get really real with yourself. It's handed to us. It's being handed to us. Please utilize the time for you. And once you take care of you, you're putting that energy collectively out there. So you are serving humanity by getting clearer with yourself. That is my big, giant Dharma talk tonight. But I'm seeing so many waves, and I'm feeling myself so many ebbs and flows and ups and downs, and that's good. But we got to bring it back through power and through consciousness and through clarity moving forward. Otherwise, you're going to feel like you're being swept up in a tornado. It's time to reach out to people who make you feel calm and centered and grounded. Note who they are. It's note who doesn't make you feel that way. It's not a judgment. Note who doesn't. If there are people that you enjoy being around, you reach out to them in whatever way, form, whatever you can. If there are people you do not enjoy being around or hearing from or connecting with or talking to, then you don't, and you honor it. You're given a reason right now. You're gonna say, oh, sorry, you know what? I can't call you right now. I'm just too whatever. So thank you, Tink. Who's Tink? Who is behind Tink? She said, blessed are those who are unabashedly real. Fuck you too. Ha. Thank you. I know. I did get like a slap on the wrist for cursing on YouTube once. So I'm trying to be a little more sensitive, but I want you guys to hear this so you can grow yourself and take opportunity for this massive spiritual shift that is happening in the world. And yes, there's horror about it. Greg's daughter is a nurse. She's on the actual front lines of this whole thing. You don't think we're sick and worried about not just her physically, but her emotionally, seeing all this, dealing with all this, having to go back into work. All of you nurses, healthcare people on all levels, holy crap. I bow to you. There is no way I could have do your job for 15 seconds. I couldn't even walk through the doors. So those of you who are in those roles, we collectively, we want you to be okay. Physically, of course, mentally, emotionally, okay. And, you're going to have PTSD. We're worried about that for Greg's daughter, for all of you. We see the posts on Facebook. We see it. And you're such unsung heroes that no one goes like, oh my God, look what I did today. So we hear you, we support you, and we couldn't do your job. Not for 12. I couldn't. Not for 5 seconds. No way. So let me look at your comments here. Yeah, it is like a war, Susan. Susan said leaders keep referring to it as a war. It is a war. It definitely is. And we're all the little foot soldiers, though. We're all the little foot soldiers. It's time. Your foot shoulder is to take care of your aspect of this manifestation known as the universe. Take care of your corner. Your corner. That's what this whole thing's about. The whole thing is about, hey, guess what? You could bring germs somewhere. Take care of yourself. You look out for yourself. Everyone else is fine. Everyone else is okay. That's the second lesson in all of this. The third is how interconnected we are. That's something way over in China that is very remote to many people in the United States for whatever reasons. All of a sudden is in your back door or in your front doors, in your living room or your home. So we're connected. There's a lot of gifts in all of this. And you can either choose to see the gifts or you can keep going into, oh my God, I'm being defeated and this is happening to me and not for me. Am I making sense here? Am I making sense? Janine, thank you. Yeah, I can't even imagine being a nurse. Cannot even imagine. Christy says, cursing is like flowering our sentences. I don't know how to say it without cursing. Jackie, what you're saying is making so much sense. Emotions are all over the place. I'm allowing myself to feel all of them, sort them out, and sit with them. That's exactly right. So I'm not telling you to say, oh, be peaceful. It's okay. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying if you're feeling anxious, go into the anxiety. Feel it. Feel it through. Oh my God, here's my anxiety. If you're angry, go into anger. If you're sad, whatever is going on, go into that. It's not time to avoid it. Or if you are avoiding it, take note as how you avoid emotion. Are you eating it? Are you exercising it? Are you cleaning your closets? Who the fuck knows what you were doing with it? Pay attention to the way you are responding and say, oh, wow, that's an interesting bit of information about myself. I never realized that when there is chaos in the world, what do you think I'm doing? I need order in my house because I can control what's in my home. So that's just the way I'm responding. I create order here, which makes me feel like there's order out there. True or not? Nope. But it's making me feel better in my little hole. If someone feels chaos out there, maybe you want your home to stay chaotic to mirror it. That's totally fine too. Totally fine. Same thing, same difference. So how are you responding to this? Tell me, talk to me. Carolyn is saying, glad you came out of the closet. Prayers to all those in the front line. Scary times, but we'll see it through. Absolutely. But you guys, please turn off the goddamn news. Please turn it off. Find a news channel. If you want to know the news, you then arrange a time to sit down and watch the news. Do not have it playing in the background of your house, particularly when your whole family is there, because it is going into the subconscious and it is wired for fear. It is wired for fear. So that stuff is going into the back of your brain because you're not even aware of it, because you're like, oh, but I was doing the dishes. If you're doing the dishes, be present with your dishes. Turn the TV off. Please. Please, please. Otherwise, you will be shaking in your shoes and you will be paralyzed and completely immobilized, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, physically. And that's what this whole thing is about, is no, it's taking your power back. Take your power back. Own your shit. Feel it, see it, and then you'll know exactly what to do next moving forward. That's how this works. Jenna is saying, interesting. I've noticed myself taking these deep breaths out of nowhere since my grief started. Absolutely. All of a sudden you'll go, that's grief. That's the lungs working overtime. It's totally unconscious until you bring it up to the conscious. The lungs are so amazing. They're helping us with this. Send love to your lungs. Sounds silly, sounds stupid. If you think I'm silly or stupid, then turn me the fuck off. Go watch something else. So send love to your lungs. Give energy. Be grateful. Say, oh my gosh, thank you for serving me and my grief. Thank you, stomach. Thank you, liver, for processing my anger. Gallbladder helps us with indecision. So thank those places. Thank them. Kidneys, it's all about purifying things. So, I mean, think about the organs, what it does for the body, and then you'll be able to get an association of like what it does. You can also just look it up online. Traditional Chinese medicine talks about this. Ayurvedic medicine talks about this. Holistic medicine. There's tons of stuff out there to look up each system of the body and how it correlates spiritually to all of us. So Erin is saying, help me stay focused. I want to take advantage of the time. Perfect. So Erin, find one task. I say to everyone, start small. Start with a drawer. So start small. And after you finish reorganizing that drawer, doing whatever you need to do, purge, get rid of, whatever, really sit in like, God, I feel so good that I did that. Because the more you go, oh my gosh, that felt really good that draw's done. Instead of like, God, I did one drawer. I probably should do 3. No, we make a decision, something small, you accomplish it. You make yourself feel good. You tell yourself, wow, that's awesome. Do you want to do more? Then you do another drawer. If you say, nope, I don't want to do another drawer. I don't want to do another drawer. Now is time permission to be. Oh my goodness. Where are we? I'm right scrolling through. So Erin is saying she needs to feel productive, having a hard time staying focused, teaching via computer, and 2 toddlers that need me. You inspired me Sunday. I hung pictures on the wall. Perfect, Erin. Perfect. Now take it and go, oh my God, I feel really good that I did that. And any task that you are doing, 2 toddlers, let me just reverse the videotape for a second. If I had any children under the age of 12 at home with me during this time, I would have jumped off the closest bridge. I would have dove into a COVID space and would have breathed in. Those of you with small children at home, I bow to you, because there's no way anyone would have gotten out alive. I'm telling you that now. I would not be in a spiritual space. I would not be introspective. I would not have time to do shit. I would be putting my kids in front of some sort of screen that they shouldn't be in front of, and I would be running away from them as much as I possibly could because I'd be overwhelmed. So woe to you moms and dads who are home with little ones. That sucks. That is awful. So you guys are in survival mode, whatever it takes right now. Whatever it takes. Whatever you're doing, you're fine. If you're yelling a lot, you're fine. So honor where you're at, you guys. I'm talking here. My kids are teenagers and only 2 are home because I talked about Jack last week. 2 are here. They're so easy. It's very easy here. But if I had one that was bouncing off the walls or any that are aggressive, I wouldn't know what to do with myself. So I have it very fortunate in that regard. Our little foursome that's here, Greg, Chris, Ben, and I, and the 2 dogs, it's pretty nice flow. We kind of really know how to we know what way to ease in and out of each other's spaces, and we want alone time and we want together time, and it's working. So I can imagine if the family dynamic is not like that. But again, it's your time to pay attention. Pay attention to how you're feeling and not judge it. Let's see. You only listen to Governor Cuomo update, Karen. I'm telling you, I'm pretty impressed with Cuomo, and I know nothing about politics. So my political spectrum is oh, I don't like the way he said that. Or, I don't follow. I'm sorry. I'm one of those ignorant people. I'm going to own it. I vote. I find it very important to vote. But I also am I don't know. I vote for what feels right to me, which is obviously my whole world, but I don't know political stances. I really don't. I don't. Should I know more? Probably. Am I going to? Nope. No, I'm not going to. So Cuomo, I will say, I did not like him in the past. Maybe it's conditioning. I don't know why I didn't like him. But wow, I am impressed with his updates because they are factual, they are calming, but they are not putting a Band-Aid on it or making it seem trite. He is extremely meeting people exactly where he wants us as far as knowing, hey, this is serious. We are going to get through it. We're doing as much as we can. Here's what you need to do. Pretty factual. He's very stable. So I, too, am enjoying his updates when I see them on Facebook. I don't even know how to turn my TV on to see them. But when I see them on Facebook, I'm like, wow, I really feel I like it. I like him. Debbie is saying, I go back and forth. I'm thinking of my children. Thank you for mentioning healthcare workers. I do worry for my daughter, Amy, who's a nurse in San Diego. Yeah, it's terrifying. It's scary. It is scary when you have your child out in this and they're not babies, but they're adults taking care of everyone else. I'm more worried about nursing and healthcare staff across the board emotionally. They're going to have PTSD. They are going to be our next level of soldiers coming back from war. Right now, they're in go mode. They just show up to work and they are going. It'll be later when all of those staff will need a tremendous amount of emotional support from the community and their places of where they work. All right, let me see. Oh my God, Melissa said I was so excited to get a big package of Bounty from the store. Sad, isn't it? No, I don't think that's sad. I think that's showing appreciation. And we are holding on to those last few paper towels as strong as we can. We're all washing our hands more, even though we haven't left the house, we're washing our hands. And when someone goes to use a paper towel, we're all like, no, not the paper towels. That's for cleaning up if the dog pees on the floor. But he's been better with that. But not the paper towels. So I can't wait until I can buy my next bulk of paper towels. I can get my hands on them. I haven't ordered it from Amazon yet. We did order bulk toilet paper. I have toilet paper absolutely for the rest of the year for the 5 of us that are normally here. Hands down, no way. I got industrial sized toilet paper because that's a touch point for me. I need to make sure I have toilet paper. I didn't hoard it at the store, so don't yell at me. I just always have that fear of not having toilet paper. Tink is saying music is always on in my house. Today was mostly what's that? I love the feeling that blasting energetic bagpipe. Oh, Irish music. Yes. Very well said. Music. Yes. Change your vibration through music. Change it up. Christina is in college with a 7-year-old. We both started virtual learning today. Oh my God. Today was stressful. Plus we have a wild 3-year-old in the mix. Oh my God. It'll get better though. Yeah. That's hell. That's hell. I do have a funny story. It's not really funny. No, it's not funny at all, actually. It is kind of funny, but it shouldn't be funny. I'm wondering if Christopher, I think my son Chris said he was going to come down tonight. So if maybe I'll have Christopher tell you. It's kind of inappropriate, but if he wants, I'll let him tell everybody what happened. Let's see. Oh, Jennifer has 3 kids, 19, 17, 11. Hasn't seen my 11-year-old in 12 days because of this. He's been at his dad. Same with older ones. That's tough. My oldest one is also 19, and he was bouncing around a lot in the beginning of this. And Greg and I were pretty clear on like, you know what, we better hunker down. And what's the point if we just keep going everywhere? What's the point of this whole thing if we keep doing that? And Jack is he can't sit still. He is my ADHD kid since birth. He can't sit still. He has to be going and doing something all the time. He was going back and forth to the gym. We were not comfortable with that. So I said, you know what? If you want to, you can do that, but you're going to have to go to your dad's, because like I can't in good conscience feel good and allow him to do it and not the other two. So we put that line in the sand. He's so mad at me though. I think he's literally hurt. He said I kicked him out. I'm like, I didn't kick you out, but we do have a boundary here, and you're either going to play or not. And it was totally his decision. He's 19. He made the decision. So he too is at his dad's. He came home today. First time I've seen him in probably about the same time, probably since around March 12th, 13th, or 14th, somewhere in there, to get his schoolwork. He asked me if he could come and get it. And I was like, yes, you can come and get it. And I just wanted to like hug and kiss him. But he's so mad at me. I think he's so hurt that I said no. But that's parenting. That's called parenting. I wasn't on board with it. I'm not going to pretend to be on board with it. But it is hard to not see them. Melissa says she eats her anxiety. I'm just Pavlov's dog, and I start salivating at the word snack. The minute I hear one of the kids opening the cabinet and I hear that chip bag rustle, I'm like, I think I want some chips right now. I don't want chips. I don't need chips. I'm not even hungry. I don't eat all day during work, right? Why do I snack so much? I don't know. I just don't know. So Eileen is saying it's a marathon, not a sprint. That is true. Jamie, I'm hearing that too. Actually, I've heard from a bunch of single parents who do live alone and their kids are out. Jamie's saying being alone is really awful, wishing I had kids to yell at other than the picture frames. So remember, anything that we have going on, somebody else is wishing for. Somebody else is, I heard from someone this morning actually in a reading saying, I'm going crazy because I live alone, and everyone is talking about going crazy in their families. And yet I wish there was family that was making me crazy because I'm feeling crazy by myself. Someone told me that just this morning. And I'm like, I didn't even think of that. So now is the time to be aware of other people. Start saying what your side is, your perspective is. How are you seeing this? Put that out there so that people can see the other side of this. I feel bad for teachers now. I wasn't feeling bad for teachers. I was like, wow, they got a sweet deal. All of a sudden now they don't have to work. Nope. Now they've got to figure out online and deal with anxious parents and crazy kids and kids playing tricks while they're on Zoom, which is what happened today, which I was going to have maybe Chris tell it, but I don't think he wants to. Let me go back. So that's that. That's where I'm coming from. Let me look through. Carolyn says exactly what I needed to hear. My past 2 years, I've been learning about and dealing with grief. Love looking at what's going on this way. Good. Excellent. Yes, Susan, the whole world as a whole is grieving. So collectively, this is going to stir up our stuff. Yes. Let's see. Alice is saying she's a little bit of both, finishing a project in the bathroom and also binge watching Supernatural. Yeah. Kyle is saying, I live with people now, so that's weird and new. Yes, you just moved, literally over the weekend. Kelly, so Riley, the 2-year-old, dumped a mega can of potato sticks all over the couch and floor, then painted with her milk on my coffee table while I made lunch. That was fun. Yeah. See, I wouldn't survive that. I wouldn't survive, or my kids wouldn't survive. So no. God, the universe knew what he was doing by making sure my 3 little cave boys were not under the age of 12, because at that time they were still constantly wrestling and throwing all the pillows off my couch and creating like a wrestling ring in the center of my living room. And I haven't really had that in a while, and I don't miss it. I don't miss it. I love that I come downstairs and my living room is exactly the way I left it. I never thought that day would come. And ever. I just stopped putting my couch pillows back on my couch because they always had it on. So whatever. So Gloria, oh, hey, Gloria, I'm glad you joined. Gloria saying I've been getting closer to God since I've been home. I love that. I love that Mass is streaming, or religious my God, ceremonies, services. I can't think of the word, of all types are being streamed online. One of Chris's friends, this is a 15-year-old kid. He's 15. He said he's from a divorced home, and he said he went back to his mom's because he heard that his mom had Mass on, and he figured he wanted to watch Mass because that felt good and right to him. And of course, I was like, oh my God, I just love that you are friends with this kid. I won't say who he is, but he may have been on the show before. So yes, I think this is the time to sink back into that. If that's what you're feeling pulled to sink back into some sort of observation of God or connection or universe or whatever that means for all of you individually. That's what this time is for. Addressing your individual need and wants and really looking at it. I can't say that over and over enough. The more you recognize and see in yourself, the more clarity, the more clearness that you're putting out into the universe, which is what the universe gains from all of this. Ah, my goodness. Oh, and what about all those supermarket? Thank you, Susan, saying I worry about my husband, all the people working in the supermarkets with no protection. I did go to Stop and Shop yesterday. Chris and I did a full food shopping together. It's the first time Chris had been out of the house in the 2.5 weeks, and he needed to get out. And he waited for me all day. Like, he kept coming into my room, and those of you who saw me online purging my closet, he kept saying, "Are you almost done yet?" And I'm like, "No, Christopher, I have like 5 more hours in here." And he was like, "Oh my God, are you almost done?" I'm like, "No, I have 4 more hours." So I didn't want to disappoint him. So I'm like, oh my God, I've been telling him all day we're going to go out. The poor kid just wants to go to the food store just to get out. So at, what time is it? It was at 5:10. We went to the food store. We got there at 5:20, and I was like, oh my God, I have to be back at the house at 6:30 for meditation. So we went through that food store so fast. He was shook. He definitely was. It was a creepy, eerie feeling. He's like, Mom, this is weird. People have masks on. Oh my God. And I saw that they had put the plexiglass, at least at Stop and Shop, in front of the cashier to protect them. So I felt much happier for them because they're in touch with the public quite a bit. Oh, yeah. And people are yelling at cashiers, walking around the plexiglass. Everybody's just so crazy. Ugh. Send love to all the cashiers and supermarket employees of all levels, because oh my God, why are people yelling? Because we're not paying attention. We're not conscious. You're unconscious if you're yelling. I almost yelled at a person in the grocery store. I think I shared that last week. I think I did, right? I did on here. But that wasn't a worker. No, I would not yell at a worker. I yelled at a woman on the phone. Remember? I think I told that story. She was pregnant and on the phone while checking out. And I literally thought I was going to explode venom. So the only reason why I didn't is I thought, Deb, you have a public personality and you really don't need to be losing your shit on someone in public. That's the only reason why I didn't, which is really a stupid reason because I was pissed. So was Greg. Anyway, be nice. Vanessa is writing, hi, Deborah. I've been trying to do more things that I like, but always think I don't have time. I've been trying to paint pictures or do Pilates spin class online. Yes. Yes, I am infamous for saying, oh, I don't have time for that. I'm so busy. But really, I'm so busy typically before all this, so busy in my head thinking about all that I have to do. So I'm not even really busy. I've been procrastinating and putting things off because I keep overwhelming myself in my own freaking brain that I feel so busy when I'm like, I'm not that busy in my regular life anymore. I mean, I am, but not really. I have downtime too now. So I keep thinking that I'm busy, which makes me feel busy and rushed and harried. So now I keep thinking how not busy I am. I've never been busier. Work-wise, truly never been busier. Getting stuff done here, never been busier. Why? Because I freed up space in my brain. That's why. Now I get it. Eileen has been listening to Daily Mass from your home parish over Facebook. The homilies are thought-provoking. See, this is, oh yes, the pork poker. That's right. I did go through all that with you guys last week. Okay. Yeah, I just poked her pork. That's right. If you missed it last week, just look at last week's broadcast. It's worth it. I'll tell you, it's worth it. Just watch it. Facebook people, I keep forgetting to tell you guys that I just leave Facebook on if you want to tune into my rantings, but if you want to interact with me or ask a question or something, you have to come onto YouTube to do that. And Greg is reminding everybody to press thumbs up because it looks good on my algorithms. That's why. It makes me look good and popular. So great. Thank you. Okay, Sally is saying prayer is the only thing we can count on. Why, with the world crashing down, other critical issues still happen in our life? I don't know which way to turn. Inward. This is such a good point. I'm so glad you brought it up, Sally, because you bring it up. I'm addressing it to all of you. This is the time to notice not what's happening over there or with that person or what's wrong here, what's going on there, this sucks or that's not right or that needs to fix. No. Now is the time to look at it here. Where is life going haywire and bonkers here? Where is life really good and peaceful? Here. Because you can go haywire and be bonkers and be organized and be peaceful. You can be all four of those things. Nobody has to fit one box, right? So I think we all think we do. Like, oh, I think I'm a peaceful person. You could be a peaceful person and want to fucking explode on the woman who's on the phone. You can. There's moments. So there's no static overriding, word that should describe us, right? Go inward. Don't worry about what's going on in the world right now. Why? Because it's what you're putting out there through you is what's going to keep perpetuating out into the universe. So if you keep getting angry at look what so-and-so's doing. They're not doing it right. This is unfair. How come they got away with that? You're avoiding your own stuff and you're not looking at what you are getting away with. Do you see that, guys? So that's why I say take this opportunity. Look here, look here, look here. Stop looking at the world. Why do you think we're forced to be home? Why do you think we're forced to be in our immediate families? Why? Because we're forced to look here. And then after you look here, then you could look to the next few people that are in your home if you are in a home that people are with you right now. That's the whole point of this. So it's really important. At work, you get pissed off because that particular teacher, she gets all she wants and I asked for that class and I don't get it and this is all politics. Stop. This is the time to stop. Stop that dialogue and go here. What are you feeling here? I feel like I'm being treated unfairly, or I feel like people don't think I'm good enough or able to handle my job like that person. Whatever it is, change the dialogue from out there to in here. And let me know if that's not totally clear. And please, because I know it's not clear for a lot of you of what I really mean on that. This opportunity, if you want to evolve and you want to be catapulted into a better space when we come out of this, this is the work you need to do. If you want everything to be the exact same, it's not going to be. It's not going to be collectively. But if you are somebody who's like, no, I don't want change. I don't want change. I don't want change. Change is going to be forced upon you and you're going to be thrown into the fire of change, which we have been doing as collectively as a whole. So, thank you, Lynn. Lynn jumped. I think I saw your name over here on Facebook. So thank you. And thank you guys for all the thumbs up. I just saw a bunch of thumbs go over the screen wild. Let's see. Susan, I've been working on doing remote learning for my students, doing Zoom with my colleagues, got nothing done at home. No, how can you? How can you? So you focus on what you did do, which is all that. Even if you're like playing with your colleagues, because I have a friend who is having fun with her colleagues on Zoom and it's fun. There's moments where it's fun. That's what you're supposed to be doing. So that's where you should go, God, I feel like I got so much accomplished there. That's important. Renee, yes, focus on the good, and you need to find a grounded space, though. Yes, absolutely. I believe that we all need to find that grounded space, whatever that means for us. That's what we have to find, what grounds us. If eating bags of chips in the moment are really grounding and it feels good in that moment, do it. Do it. It'll come off later. It'll be fine. And again, with you guys with little children, hard, very hard, because you can't just look at yourself first all the time, 24/7. That's the point. That's the difficult thing, why it's so tricky. Let's see. Lynn, have you asked your son? Have you asked him that question? Let me know. Let's see who else is writing. Nancy joins Noom, and Noom with an N, not Zoom, and she's losing weight during this time. Let's see. And truck drivers, thank you. Tink, who are you? I didn't see if you answered that before. And unless you don't want anyone to know, that's fine. I'm sorry, I won't ask again. And to the truck drivers, when you can go through the drive-through for them, my heart breaks. Well, I read that on Facebook. Is that true? Is that true? Because sometimes you see stuff on Facebook and you're like, what? Like, yes, I love that. The drive-through. Truckers, they can't pull through the drive-through, but they can't walk up to the drive-through or something. It's so stupid. So yes, let's see. Pan of brownies. I'm all for it. Pan of brownies. So you know what, Lynn? Okay, so I would totally just honor it. I know you want to know the why, but the why is the logical part. Maybe he's thinking that you should know why and you should feel it from him. So it's let's see. I'm sorry, I read another comment there from Susan. Yeah. Maybe his dad did say something, but if it's after 30 years, there's got to be more to it, because after 30 years, your son will grow enough to learn within himself to challenge that or to see if that's true or not. So what would I do? I mean, it's heartbreaking, especially I have sons, so I can't even imagine. Although I will never say never, because, I don't have a relationship with some family members, and I never, ever saw that coming. Never thought that would happen. So never say never about anything. And they tune in to me regularly, I hear. So that kind of makes me, that thrills me a little bit, and annoys me at the same time. But anyway, maybe you could reach out to him and say, whatever it is, I'm so sorry. I wish I knew, but I understand that I don't. So I would drop into your heart instead of your mind. The why is a mind thing. Your brain wants to make sense of it. And if you haven't already, which I'm sure you have, but just say, whatever it is I've done, I'm so sad and I'm so sorry. And I respect the fact if you don't want to hear from me. And you might have to accept that. You might have to accept that, which is not easy. And you might not get that answer. But I applaud you for asking why, because that is showing that you're at least, you just want to know why. You just want to know. So I applaud you, Lynn, for trying this relationship or trying to keep finding out. But maybe he just needs no contact whatsoever. Let's see. Alice, okay, thank you. You're on your iPad account. That's your badge number. Cool. Okay, so I'll call you, should I call you Alice or Tink? Erin says, I do have to say my sink is always clean and empty now. It's the little goals. It is the little goals. I agree. I totally agree. And Lynn, I totally feel for you, and you're not alone in that at all. So don't think that it's all you. It takes many people in a relationship to make it work. It never just falls on one person. And if it does fall on one person, then you're not the one who had the problem. Just saying. Okay, Noreen, do we have to work out relationships we walk away from in this life when we pass? Let me read that again. Do we have to work out relationships we walk away from? Oh, fuck. I hope not. No. F words coming out a lot tonight. And I feel good. Oh, thank you, Lynn. Do we have to work out relationships we walk away from? It depends. If you walk away from it and you really do feel like this is my personal best, this is what I've done, this is my response to this dynamic and relationship, and you have no regrets whatsoever in this life for doing so, then no, you don't deal with them. It's not so much when you pass, it's when you come back in. No, then you're fine because your part of it is cleared. If you have major regrets or things unsaid that you've walked away from, and either it's unanswered because of you or the other person, then yeah. So if it's resolved within you, then no, you don't have to deal with it again. That person does if they're not resolved with it. But if you're not resolved with it, then yes, it comes up back around. So two people in a relationship, one person is totally fine with the dynamic of how they've handled it, and the other person is not. The person who is fine does not repeat it. The person who is not fine will repeat that dynamic with an aspect of yourself in a future life. Or, just to complicate things, or it is stemming from the past and you're still trying to take care of it in this lifetime, which is why it came back up again. So maybe they got the resolution last time and you didn't this time, and now you need to. So I know that makes it confusing. Oh, Aisha, you said something about a spiritual separation. Yeah, I agree. It's a spiritual separation. Separation is loss. And you have to look at your part of it. You just have to look at your part. If you ask the question why and there is no response, then you can't work on it. So that might be because the other person, like, hey, I'm good. Like in my situation, I'm good. Like I did my job. I did my work. I'm good with where I stand in my decision with certain relationships. And that's the way it is. That's what I want it. If those other people don't feel that way, then they have to do work on their part to get okay with that, however that looks like for them. So again, it comes back to us individually, all of us individually. But I like that. I like that phrase, Aisha. Sometimes it's a spiritual separation. I like that. By the way, are you guys loving my roots or what? I'm not gonna put the root spray on because I figured during quarantine time, why not just, you guys know what's going on. I mean, maybe next week I'd change my mind, so don't hold me to this, okay? But look at this. Is this gray or is that light? I don't even know myself. What? My camera's backwards. Sorry. I think that's gray. Huh. I'm like Cruella DeVille. This is a pajama shirt, you guys, that I didn't throw out yesterday, but I'm totally going to throw out because look at it. It's like shitty. So I'm throwing this one out as soon as I go upstairs. I purged my closet. That was an emotional horror. And for some reason kept this piece of shit shirt and I'm throwing it out. Look, there's even a stain here. I'm disgusting tonight, but I'm showing up as my real self. I am. Okay. Do you feel flambian? I don't know why I like to say that. Do you feel it would be a bad time to have a baby? I have been trying. However, now I'm questioning with all that is happening and it may be too late. I think it's always a bad time to have a baby. Meaning that you can never really like plan that properly. You can't say like, this is the best time of my life to have a baby. So just know that it really isn't up to you on a spiritual level, that little soul, when he or she is ready to come to you, they will come to you. So there's another level. Yes, it's a physical thing. And yes, there's certain things that have to happen for a baby to be born. But on a spiritual level, all of those things line up when that little soul is ready to come in. So what I would tell for you is just say, talk to that little baby, that little soul that's out there and say, oh my gosh, I can't wait to meet you. I hope you choose me. Have a conversation with the baby that isn't born yet and greet them so that you can like kind of call them to you, so to speak. Let's see. Okay, let's see. Hold on. Is anyone else's lips unbelievably dry? Now, all of you know me. I am a chapstick lip gloss gal. I never, ever, ever, ever am without it. I can't tell you the last time my lips have ever been so dry in my life. So I guess that's being inside for so long. So Alice, you wrote, I don't know if it's to me or not. Thanks for that answer. Exhales big sigh of relief. Oh, maybe someone else asked a question and thanks for that answer. Okay. You can't see roots, Aisha? Girl, let me show you these roots. Look at that. That's all gray. And my nails came off. So this is what we got to do. I promised my hairdresser that I would not get a box and I wouldn't mess up my color. So I made a promise. I'm going to stick with it this week anyway. Let's see. My old blonde hair. Yeah, I went through a blonde hair phase. It was fun. I don't regret it. I loved it. I could say I went blonde. I'm so not a blonde. I don't want to be a blonde. I don't look right as a blonde. I liked it at the time. My hair got totally fried and I'm back to my regular self. And more. This will not be a trend that will stay with me. I know a lot of women, feel very empowered by letting your hair grow gray. I will not be one of those. Not that I don't like it, because I have a friend named Trisha, freaking stunning with this silver hair. She's, oh my God, gorgeous. So yeah. Yeah, Kyle, you too, right? So dry. The lips are so dry. I guess it's because we're inside. I don't know. It's horrible. Like I have I don't know. Whatever. Highlights. They're highlights. Yes. My lips are only because I've been sick since Saturday morning. Angela, you better take care of yourself. It's tinsel. I have tinsel hair. I'll take it. So, okay. How are you guys? Hey, you guys on Facebook. I always forget to look over here. I'm a blonde and have a blonde marker. During this time, I will never be a gray head. I feel ya. Oh my God, Alice, that's great. I've laughed more times in the past 20 minutes than I have in the last several days. Thank you. Well, I can always bring a laugh because I'm fucked up. I'm fucking crazy. I'm sorry. I'm just going to say it like it is. I don't want to be cooped up. I don't want to be controlled. I want to answer things honestly. Kind of like myself. I think yesterday, I'm an accountability junkie, and I like to be held accountable to what I say I'm going to do, and I like to hold other people accountable. Actually, I don't like to hold other people, but I will if I have to. So, let me strike that. I like holding you guys accountable, like in coaching stuff. That I'm good, but I don't like having to hold my kids accountable. Like, did you do your homework? Did you do this? Did you do that? I don't like that kind of holding accountable. So yesterday, I took a picture of my closet and I did a video on Facebook. For those of you who didn't see this, and I took a video of my closet, which was like so close to being vulnerable and like naked in front of everyone, because I'm like, oh my God, I'm showing everybody what a freaking hoarder I am, how disgusting I am, how wasteful I am, and all of the above. And so I was like, no, that's going to force me to do something about it. So that's why I put it on Facebook. So I'm like, once I show everybody, then I got to clean it. Then I really, really can't get distracted. So that's what I did. I posted the before video. If you didn't see it, you can find it on Facebook. And then I posted the after video. And in the after video, I was talking briefly, because I was running to the store right after. I was talking about how, like, what a cathartic experience that was, but not fun cathartic, because I was like seeing clothes that I wore, like that I still had in my wardrobe when I just gotten divorced, which I don't think any of us should hold on clothes to like 8 years ago or whenever that was, 7, 12, 13 years ago. So like seeing different pieces of clothing brought back different memories, different places, occasions where I wore things. And it was like the last time I wore it, but I kept it in my closet. Noticing like that I have stuff with tags on it made me annoyed. Noticing that I have like 19,000 pairs of jeans that are the same color. So, it was like, wow, it was a real learning experience about myself. And then when I came on Facebook, I was like, wow, I discovered that I'm basically sporty spice in my life, and I wear jeans and sneakers and yoga pants. And I don't I want to be the woman who like wears the whole outfit and accessorizes herself and like is dressed up all the time. But at the same time, I don't want to be that woman, because if I really did want to be that woman, I would. Like I do whatever the freak I want, right? So many people wrote to me afterwards, like, please don't feel bad about being Sporty Spice. And we like you just the way you are, which was so cute. But I just want to remind you guys that I really am totally fine with myself. I really am. I like myself for the most part. Sometimes a total asshole. Sometimes I'm a stark, mad, raving lunatic. Sometimes I am so kind and loving, and I'm everything in between, as all of you are, right? We're all the same. All of us the same. We have moments of everything in our life, if you're normal. So I thought it was really cute that people were like, please don't feel bad about being Sporty Spice. And I'm like, no, I don't. I really don't. My fantasy self wants to be Trisha O'Malley. This is a woman who she looks freaking stunning in everything she wears. She has a perfect outfit everywhere she goes. She looks amazing. She's gorgeous. She is that. I want to be that, but I'm not that. I can't be that. I just don't have the energy for it. Or I'll have it for 1 minute and then I'll be like, oh, the scarf is itchy. I want to take it off. So I'm just not that person. I wear jeans, I wear sneakers, I wear yoga pants, I wear what I want. I don't really get dressed up. That's who I am. So don't worry. Don't think I'm down on myself, because first time in my life, I'm actually not down on myself. I'm totally opposite. I'm just meeting myself oh yeah, no, I'm not Trisha O'Malley, and I'm not going to be, because I'm not going to spend the energy on it. Wait, I just saw something. Let's see. It looks phenomenal. Thank you. It made you clean the floor of your closet. Thank you, Lynn. My floor was disgusting in my closet, and there's a little crawl space behind it that I store the suitcases. So I even cleaned and organized that area too behind, but I wasn't about to go show you that. Patty asked, how many scarves did I get rid of? Oh, that's a good question. I don't know. I didn't count. But what I did find funny is as soon as I posted that, I got a bunch of texts from different friends that were like, oh my God, are you going through scarves? Can I have one? I want that one. Are you getting rid of that one? So they're all spoken for. My scarves are spoken for, which I thought was hysterical. I loved that. And I just got rid of things the ones that I had for a long time. And it was few of them I had gotten as gifts. And I was like, wow, I just love this scarf so much because it was a gift and who gave it to me. That Jane, you're one of them. Anne, you're one of them. I love those scarves so much. I'll never get rid of those. So I don't know how many, but I did well. I got rid of a lot. I did. I did. I got rid of a lot. Greg, did you look at my closet? Speaking of closets and Greg's, that's tomorrow's task, by the way, you guys. It's Greg's closet. It's getting done. Not by me. I'm not doing it. I'm busy. But that's getting done tomorrow. Okay, let's see. Lynn is saying, I just turned the age in which my brother passed away at. Kind of a crazy feeling. Any news from the big guy? I don't do mediumship in this forum because that's too crazy, although you're just reminding me of something. Duh. What is Thursday's date? Thursday, April 2nd, my father's birthday. I am doing my first online gallery. So I limited it to only 25 people can attend. My father is attending just because he's like, I want to see you do this. So he lives in San Diego. He'll be attending. I think I have 2 more spaces available, I think, for that one on Thursday night. It's a virtual gallery. And then I have an intuitive gallery next Tuesday, which is April 7th. I have the next one online. That one's not filled up. So if you guys want to attend a gallery, you can now. It's the first time I've done this in this way. I'm totally excited about it because this is something that I keep talking about, but I never just jumped. I never just did it. And now it's like I'm being forced to. I had all my major events and I had tons of events in March, April, and May that I lost all that work. And I was freaking out about it. I'm not going to freak out about it now, although every once in a while I freak out oh, shit. Oh my God, that's upsetting. So I'm trying to weave stuff back in to work, taking on more appointments to balance it. I'm very lucky that I can do that. But Thursday is the next one. I think there's 2 spots left. You go to my website, go to calendar, then go to Thursday's date. You'll see it there. If it's sold out, it'll say sold out. And then same thing for Tuesday, April 7th. It's at night. I forget what time I start. I think 6, but I'm not sure. I think 6 to 8:30, but I don't remember. So don't quote me on the time. Oh, wait, I could look at my phone right now. Hold on. One moment, please. One moment, please. What? Here it says 5:30 to 9? No, that would not be accurate. I don't even know the time of my own event. Is that ridiculous or what? Hold on. It's saying 5:30 there, unless Michelle just put it in as I don't know. I think it's 6:00. Find it on my website. I'll be there at that time. Let's see. Yes, Grace. Oh, I brought that root spray. I have it. It's in my bathroom. I ran out my last grocery food store shopping. I bought the root spray for when I need it, but I felt I was just going to be au naturel tonight. We'll see how I show up next week. How long is the gallery? I think it's 2.5 hours, pretty much consistent with what they normally are. So, and I limited them to 25 people because obviously it's just a different format. So 25 people. And I'll be opening my calendar for more appointments. Oh, we're already in April. We opened for April, but I didn't do all of my April calendar because I felt like I should not a certain week. So we'll be opening some more appointments at the end of April and early May. If you're on my mailing list through my website, you'll be notified when we're opening it. If you're not on my mailing list, get on my mailing list, which is at deborahhanlon.com. Let's see. It says 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Really, Kelly? Where does it say that? On Facebook? On my website? Oh, shit. I don't know. I'll take a look. I think it's 6 to 8:30. I really should know that. I really, really should. Oh, wait, hold on. Nope. One moment, please. Oh my God, you guys are so funny. I'm looking at my emails and there's already 3 of you who are listening right now. It's freaking hilarious. 3 of you who are listening right now instantly sent a message to the office, and I have those on my phone. Michelle will answer you. I don't answer them because I don't want to confuse her. But 3 of you already wrote, is there any more room for the gallery on Thursday? That is hilarious. So Michelle will answer you in the order that you like, who went first, by the way. And I'm not going to tell you guys who went first. Okay. Let's see. My website says 8 to 5. That would be completely inaccurate. I can promise you that. Maybe it's supposed to say 5 to 8. I don't see Michelle. She's slacking off. Miss Productivity is finally slacking off, and Miss Slack Off is being productive. So I don't know. I'll look into it. Pretty sure it's 6 to 8:30. That's so stupid. Oh, it says 6 to 8:30, Kelly said, in small font at the top. So apparently Michelle is totally like watching a lot of the show Ozark because she told me she's starting to watch that with her husband. Michelle is not like a TV binger at all. So it's hilarious to see that. Whoa, what's all this? I have all sorts of stuff popping up. Whoops. Okay. What else do I have coming up? So those are my 2 galleries. I'll be adding them. I'll be adding more. So after Tuesday's gallery is booked up, then I'll probably book one for the following week, I think. I don't know. I have to see the dates. Hashtag slack off. That is me. Normally that is me. Under quarantine conditions, I'm like hashtag productive. When this is all over, I'm going to be like, I have no time to do anything. I can't even do the dishes. What else do I have coming up? Putting intro to mediumship and creating an online course for that. So we'll be adding that towards the end of April. I'm pretty sure we're in lockdown till May 1st, which happens to be my birthday, which is pretty exciting. But I'm not on my birthday. I'm still not going to go out or be out because for my birthday, I want to still be in. That's what's hilarious. Right. Where are you guys at? Anything else you guys want to talk about? I feel like I'm leaving out so much. Let me see. I see who got in. So one person got in. You know who you are on here. I just got a notification that says so-and-so just registered. Let's see which one. You did April 2nd. So I think there's one more left for April 2nd. I'm just seeing all my friends like have the 8,000 texts going on right now. I'm sidetracked. Oh, Kelly, I see your message on Facebook. Thank you. Yes, 6 to 8:30. It is very small font. And here it does say, look, thank you, Kelly, for this. Kelly pulled it up on my website, and it does say it is from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., which would be inaccurate. I didn't even see this yet. Michelle does all of this. What the heck? Oh, I see me. Okay. I think that's it, you guys. What do you think? I feel like I'm getting boring now. Am I boring you? I feel like I want to go upstairs and make cookie dough. That's what I want to do. But I'm not going to, because once I make the cookie dough, then I eat the cookie dough all day long. It doesn't stop. So yeah, I think I'm going to pass the cookie dough. Just maybe I'll make it tomorrow afternoon. That's probably what I'm going to do. Oh yeah. What, I'm so ridiculous. I started an online school. I think I talked about it last week or the week before. It is on Teachable. If you go to deborahhanlon.com/teachable.com, it's free to join. And I have a free meditation introduction class to join. So if you sign up for Teachable, then you can get the free class. And then you can see if you want to do the rest of the meditation, where I give you 10 meditation styles to try. Very user-friendly. Remember, I'm real world person. I'm not going to have you sitting in lotus position for 30 minutes or any crazy shit like that, although you can build up to that. So yeah, that's that. And what's the other class? It's upgrade your vibration. Upgrade your vibration. So that's all about learning where your vibration is right now and why your vibration or your resonance, your frequency, what energy you're putting out into the world. You can see why your energy is the way it is, and you can learn how to shift it and put it back into balance or raise it if it needs to be raised. Or I don't think we ever totally want to lower our vibration. So that's on Teachable. So it's deborahhanlon.com/teachable.com. And there's 2 classes on there plus the free one. So if you register for it, you get the free class. So go ahead and do that. It's free. You don't have to do anything after that. So don't feel like obligated. You're not going to be. You're going to get the free meditation. You're going to see what it's like. And you're going to go, yay, I liked that. Thanks. Or no, I didn't like that. Thanks. Either way, you're fine. Robin, I could deal with this whole thing if the sun would shine and we can get outside. Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely not helping. Definitely not helping. I agree. Maybe it's just another way of like forcing ourselves to really look inward. For sure. Susan, do I feel like spirit energy is ramped up during this time, or is that me? Like the energy is right there. I think so too, but I think it's because my brain is not as clouded with so many other things, so it's not getting in the way of it. That's my interpretation of it. For many years, I stopped doing phone readings because the phone drives me crazy and talking on the phone drives me crazy. But obviously now I have no choice. I have to do phone sessions. And I am fine. I said to Greg today, I said, I cannot believe how much I love the phone sessions because I am clear, I'm present. I'm not doing them on Zoom. And the reason why is because I don't want to have to like get all made up, because I'm enjoying the fact that I have my morning coffee, I shower, I get ready, but I don't need to like look a certain way. And you could say, oh, you could show up anyway. No, I don't want to. So I'm only doing phone sessions. So I do think spirit is right there. I do think it's easier because I'm not clouded as much with just so much shit on my head and my brain and just stuff flying all over the place. Carolyn, good night. Always a pleasure to listen to and laugh with. Have a great night, minus the cookie dough. Thank you. I'm not going to do the cookie dough tonight. I'm just not. It's too late. It's ridiculous. I'll be disgusting if I actually do it. If I do, I'll take a picture. I won't. Not tonight. All right. So yeah, you guys have enough to think about and learn about and do about and all that. I'll be back on. I'm going to do some more during the week on Facebook too. Every Monday nights, 8:30 p.m. This is where we'll be. Thank you always for tuning in. I really always find it amazing. Like I go upstairs to Greg and I'm always like, am I so boring? I feel like I'm boring. And he's like, people like it. And I'm like, if they like it, I like that they like it, but I just don't want to be boring. So I'm going to go upstairs. I'm going to take off this shirt. I'm going to throw it away. I'm not going to make cookie dough. I am going to go to bed, get into bed. I'm going to read, and I'm going to close out the day with a good meditation for myself, a calm, centering space. I'm going to visualize my day tomorrow and how it's going to go when I wake up. And then I'm going to set my goals for tomorrow. So I'd like for you to try to do the same thing. Get yourself calmer before bed, which is usually when our brain ramps up. Get yourself calm, do something that is calming, and have a good night, sleep, and rest. And I will see you soon, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Talk to you later. Bye.